What's up, y'all? It is freaking 9:30 at night, and I just woke up because I had a freaking nightmare. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going back to sleep. There's no way. I'm about to get up and record this fucking catfish. How about that? Get up. Since you want to have a nightmare, get up. Okay? That's how that go. I'm not going back to sleep. No. That was freaky. But anyway, y'all, catfish just dropped. His first girlfriend stole 28. Wait, what? Shut up. $287,000. Oh my god. Yo, how your first girlfriend? How old is he? 18? Oh, child, I'm scared to click play, but like the video, comment definitely. Subscribe. Let's see what happened, y'all. Let me see. Hold on, let me make sure my stuff plugged up, chat. Okay, let's go, y'all. Let's go.
I know there's a lot of elements that seem like a scam, but then a lot of it doesn't.
This man wants to know the truth about his internet girlfriend.
I got her.
Fuck, nah, you lying to me. I know this ain't the nigga we talking about.
I know there's a lot of elements that seem like...
This nigga? This his first girlfriend. You lying, right? Am I being punked? Hello, Ashton Kutcher. Stop fucking with me. Really? I know y'all lying.
Like a scam, but then a lot of it doesn't.
This man wants to know the truth about his internet girlfriend.
I got a random text from somebody I didn't know. You know, we just started talking, and then it kind of went from there. Long, dark hair, sweet and wholesome, and just the kind of girl that everybody wants.
He's never had a long-term relationship. He feels like that's because of his disability.
Jim felt Sonia was the love of his life.
My bad. Y'all know damn well I don't pre-watch these videos. Don't even come at me like that. Don't even look at me. Don't look at the keyboard. Don't look at nothing. Okay? Abort the mission. Abort the mission. Okay? Let's keep this moving.
She was sweet, pretty, and smart. She even showed him how to invest his money.
She was a data analyst at a financial company. I told her I was going to sell my house, and I told her that I'd be willing to invest a significant portion of the funds. She said that she would match dollar for dollar anything that I put in. You know, this is how we're going to buy a house, and this is how we're going to fund our life. We were going to move to Hawaii.
After growing his account to $1 million,
the money's stuck on the blockchain, and I can't access it.
Jim reached out to the catfish crew for answers.
This is an
I think
Indian
the biggest thing is finding out where the money went. Holy crap.
You know, part of me over here is going, okay, red flag, and I'm over here going, but at least if I know she's real, then I can go from there.
But you see where this is headed?
Right. It's not going to be good.
It's already not good.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement with our videos help us reach new audiences and can potentially stop other people from being scammed.
All right, team, we have a new case. It's from a guy named Jim who lost over $285,000. I think it might be a pig butchering scam, but Drew, you want to read the email?
Sure. My name is Jim, I'm 58, and I met a woman named Sonia after she accidentally texted the wrong number. We eventually fell in love, video called several times, and started planning a future together. She introduced me to crypto investments that seemed completely legitimate, and I was even able to withdraw money at first. So I eventually invested nearly my entire $287,000 nest egg. Then Sonia was supposed to fly to Los Angeles to finally meet me. I waited at LAX, but the airline told me she was never on the flight. Soon after that, she disappeared. And when I tried to withdraw my money, I couldn't get it out. Now I need to know, who was this woman I was video chatting, and where did my $287,000 actually go?
It gone. It gone.
My name is Jim. I'm 58 years old, and I live in Southern California.
Hi, Jim.
I initially was a welder out of high school. I got hurt on the job back in the 90s, so I went into office work and pretty much did that until my boss passed away in 2012, and then we kind of took over his business. I was born with cerebral palsy. I've been told I have a very mild case.
At least he can
All
walk
I know
and
is
shit.
that it doesn't get any worse and it doesn't get any better. It just kind of...
My little cousin got cerebral palsy. I think how old he is? He like at least 25 right now, or probably more than that. But he got cerebral palsy. He actually can't walk. Last time I seen him, which was years ago, but he can't walk. At least he can walk. He doing good and shit.
It is what it is. I'm one of those people that if you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do it just to spite you. You know, I might do it a different way than you, but I'll find a way to get it done.
I do that too, I ain't gonna lie.
Because I can't be the other way where you just lay there and do nothing. There's too much life to live for that. Yeah, there haven't really been too many relationships in the past. Normally, people see a disability and it's automatic turn off. I mean, there's, a bunch of friends over the years, but none of them progressed very far. I turned to online stuff, back when it first came out, when I was building websites, and nothing ever really came of it.
Jim has been looking for a girlfriend practically his whole life, but that would change when he received a mysterious text message from a woman.
Yeah, back in June of last year, I got a random text from somebody I didn't know, and they were looking for a friend of theirs. And
remember, y'all, do not text numbers y'all don't know. Because that shit happened to me. I didn't get scammed, of course, but dude, but it was a girl texted me. She's like, oh, I thought this was my friend such and such. We having steak. I was like, oh, save me peace. I was just joking around and shit. And once I realized, which I wasn't going, y'all know I ain't sending no damn money anyway, so that shit wasn't happening. Bitch, you got me fucked up. And once I realized what was actually going on, because I have text wrong numbers before, where I just sit there be laughing, text for about 3 minutes, and all right, now bye type shit, and never speak to them again. But this one kept texting. I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? Leave me the fuck alone now. Hell, I'm tired of texting. It done been 3 minutes. Like, you feel me? And then she was like, oh, so I do jury. This is my WhatsApp. Bitch, as soon as I saw that WhatsApp, block. I ain't even texting you no more. You got me fucked up. Girl, bye. You got me highly fucked up. But yeah, let's get back to this. Don't text wrong numbers, guys.
I told them, it was the wrong number. Then they apologized. And I said, don't worry about it. No big deal. They wanted to buy me coffee for the inconvenience or whatever that they'd caused. And I kept telling him, it was no big deal. It's just a text.
Wrong number.
Don't worry about it. This person said I was really nice. And, we just started talking, and then it kind of went from there. But mostly it was just, getting to know him like you would anybody else. I told her that I don't really meet people that, go out of their way to be that nice. So I was curious what she looked like. So I had her send me a picture. She was in her late 30s, long dark hair, kind of an oval kind of face. More like model quality. Just seemed really nice and down to earth. She just seemed, sweet and wholesome and just the kind of girl that everybody wants.
Maybe not.
And she never portrayed anything different, so I just came to believe that she was that way. Because I asked her, why she wasn't married. Because I think back then she was 38.
What's crazy? What's really crazy these days? And I'm going to say women. Like, as much, like, not all of us, of course, but all that Botox and lip injections and fillers and shit that we get in our faces, it's very hard to spot the difference between a Kim K lookalike and a AI bitch. Like, it's so hard to spot the difference. Y'all out here looking AI. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm all for enhancements, honey. Like, get your titties done. Go ahead, sis. Go off. But, damn, it comes to a point. Like, come on now. You ain't got to be out here looking like artificial intelligence. Like, that shit crazy to me.
And it's kind of rare for somebody that age to, not be married, no kids, whatever. She had said that she was married before, but her husband had died during COVID. And he was helping a patient and contracted it. And she was in another room and actually watched him die on the monitor. She was born here in the U.S., but she grew up the first 5 or 6 years of her life in a country called Belarus, somewhere out by the Ukraine. When I first met her, she was in New York. And then a couple weeks later, she went to Seattle, Washington. She was a data analyst at a financial company. Say if you have a 401k or something and you don't know where to put your money, you go to them and they work out a financial plan for you. She said there was 13 people on her team And, one guy would look at like the news and one guy would look at the price of cryptocurrency or whatever. She had me create a crypto wallet, showed me how to deposit the funds on that platform. Then she walked me through a couple of trades. There were boxes at different time frames, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 180 seconds, and I think 240 or something was the biggest one.
Yeah.
We started with 1,000, and I think I'd put in like maybe 400 or something like that, and I made like $600 or $700 in about 5 minutes.
Didn't. You just saw.
She actually showed me how to transfer the funds off of the platform, and then she said, "Well, I just want to show you what I'm used to," because she kept telling me that money doesn't matter, it's nothing, and I kept telling her, "But it's $1,000, and we just almost made 40% in like a couple minutes. That's significant." And that's when I started thinking, okay, well, I need to put more money in this. It started getting a lot more personal, and the I love yous and all that came, and for the most part we were an online couple, for lack of a better phrase. I did think of what's in it for her and why is she doing this. She said the main reason was that there was a lot of dark times in her life after her husband died, and she said that I made her forget about a lot of that. But then as our relationship progressed and she decided she wanted to come out and be with me, and I told her I wanted to move out of state, she was going to retire. I told her I was going to sell my house and we were going to move to Hawaii. And I told her that I'd be willing to invest a significant portion of the funds. And that's when she said that she would match dollar for dollar anything that I put in. This is how we're going to buy a house, and this is how we're going to fund our life and all this stuff.
Up until this point, Jim fell head over heels for Sonia, and the two had big plans for their future life together. Jim put his home on the market, and it sold in no time.
You sold your house?
I got paid through escrow, and I was trying to move the money from my bank to the trading platform, Fidelity. They thought maybe it was a scam, so they wanted information about Sonia, and they wanted her driver's license or a picture of her holding it. And so I told her that, and she was really reluctant because she said, I don't have an account with them. I don't know them. Why should I give them all that? And I kept telling them they won't release my money until you do. So she didn't take a picture of her license with her holding it, but she took a video of it, of the front and back, and sent that to me. Once I got a screenshot of the front of her license, I took it to the DMV, and I asked the lady behind the counter, I said, is this a real ID? But she looked at a couple different points on the license, and she said, yeah, it was genuine. That too made me think, okay, this person's real. But in the meantime, she went to her bank and she withdrew $300,000.
So it was an actual real license this time. Damn, that was a good rewind. Okay, so it's a real California license. Huh.
But she looked at a couple different points on the license and she said, yeah, it was genuine. That too made me think, okay, this person's real.
Did she get her license stolen?
But in the meantime, she went to her bank and she withdrew $300,000 and deposited into that account. And so then finally my money was added to it. And I think altogether we had like 588,000 or something, because I wasn't able to put in quite 300, but I put in close to it. And then we started trading from there.
Y'all, I'm bamboozled right now. The license was real. So either this girl got her license stolen out there somewhere, or it's her scamming type shit. But I don't see that being it. How did they get her license? I'm bamfuzzled.
I would send her a screenshot of what I was looking at.
Y'all.
She would say, click here, and then type in this much that we're going to trade with.
Wait, okay, so they took the ID, and so he sold his house, took the money that he got from escrow from his house, and put it into the investment fund. He actually did that. That's where we are right now. Are you serious? Ooh, child. Ooh, we in deep, y'all. And it ain't even been 10 minutes. We in deep.
You'd say, okay, when the time gets to say like 2 o'clock, then you hit the go button, because she was waiting for the trade to get set up. So the counter would come up and then it would count down 2 minutes. It made like 120 in 2 minutes. Immediately after that, she said, okay, this time put in like
he over there getting dopamine hits and shit.
And it made 320,000.
For no reason. Don't put this music in my ear, Drew. Don't put this music in my ear.
So the account grew very quickly. I just told her, let me know when the next trade is set up. I waited around all day for her to text me and tell me, okay, let's do it. And she never did. And then later that night, she finally texted me and said the trade never set up correctly, so it got canceled. Because there was a bunch of money in the account, I just figured I want to pull my at least my initial investment back out. It failed. Initially, everything on the app was working fine. Mm-hmm. And then I went to pull up the customer service page and it was blank. It wouldn't load.
Yeah, you should have I restarted my phone. All that shit before you even did all that. You should have clicked on every single link. If one link ain't working, it's a fake page. Okay? It's fake. Click all of the links.
It still wouldn't load. But right now the money's stuck on the blockchain and I can't access it.
The trade fell through and Jim's crypto account was locked with nearly $1 million in limbo. Sonia assured him the money was safe and could be withdrawn once everything was resolved. But Jim had just sold his house, leaving him to find somewhere to live while he waited for Sonia to retire so they could buy their dream home together.
I told her I wasn't going to be able to afford very much rent. And she told me that she would pay my rent. And I told her, I said, okay, what's the budget going to be? And she said, up to $3,000 a month. And so I said, okay. And I found a place for the first month. She sent me the $3,000 to cover the rent.
What?
And I kept asking her when she's flying out. And she said, well, I'll send you a picture of my airline ticket.
This a different type of scammer right there. Bitch, send me $3K, ho. I'll let you scam me for a month. I ain't gonna send no money, though. They probably like, bitch, this bitch wasting our damn time. What the hell? We lost $3,000 on her. God damn. Yeah, yeah.
So I could come pick her up at the airport. And I looked up the details on the airline's website, and it was a real flight coming in to LAX, exactly when she said. I went down there to meet her, and she wasn't on the plane. And so when I got back to the car, there was a text message from her, and she had said that her dad had called her earlier that morning. Her mom was hospitalized with a heart condition, and she had to change her flight to San Francisco, and she was going to be back in LA in a few days. I let it go until the next morning, didn't hear anything, and I just sent a text like, hey, how's your family doing? Didn't hear anything. And so I started talking to a couple of my friends, and they were the ones telling me, like, some people, they just pull back or whatever. So I gave her time.
Jim was left with all of the money from the sale of his home locked in this account. Sonia had also stopped paying the rent on his new apartment, leaving him wondering every day if he would ever meet this woman face to face.
About 2.5 weeks, and I haven't heard a peep from her. And that's when I started poking around, and I contacted you guys.
Good job.
I know there's a lot of elements that seem like a scam, but then a lot of it doesn't.
Welcome to the community.
I really want to know if she's real or not. At least if I know she's real, then I can go from there. But if she's not real, then my life's going to go in a different direction.
Identity stolen.
Because everything was based off of, being with her and then moving on. And then, plus the investments, I really need to get at least my portion back. My whole life is turned upside down. But just the fact that she was willing for me to come out there, or she said, and that she paid my rent, that was just one more piece that,
Wait a goddamn minute. I seen this bitch here before. Hold on. Did we not see this picture right here before in another scam? Oh, I'm tripping. I seen this picture right here. Drew, please. David, somebody tell me I ain't tripping. I know I just woke up. but there's no way I'm tripping. I've seen this picture.
That was just one more piece that, part of me over here is going, okay, red flag, and I'm over here going, but, you know what I mean? Because I know what's going to happen. A bunch of people are going to see this, and they're going to go, oh, he should have known. It's so obvious, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but what about all this?
What about
if
all
you
that?
like this
Fuck
video,
all
please
that
consider subscribing. And once you've done that, give this video a like too.
Okay.
You'll even get a downloadable PDF at the end.
The next day, our team got together to come up with a game plan on how we were going to verify Sonia and help Jim out.
I think this case is crazy because this has to be one of the largest amounts of money that someone's lost this fast. It literally happened instantly.
If he would have walked away before sending money, he would have been net $4,000 positive because this person sent him $4,000 before even getting $1 from him.
If I was in his position and I got $4,000, I would kind of think it's kind of legit, right?
Yeah, she's feeding him green flags,
No,
so he thinks it's real.
That's not how I think. Okay? That's not how I think, bitch. Especially after watching this right here for years. That's not how I think, bitch. Then you want me to send something back? Oh, no. You can send the money, though. I'm going to spend it. You can send it, baby, but I'm going to spend it. Please believe me.
Not just that, but he had feelings for her. So they had this relationship. They're saying the I love yous. This person's supposedly coming to see him. After he deposited the funds, they still talked to him. They said they were coming to see him. And he's in our backyard. He went to LAX to go meet up with her and then got stood up. And then shortly after that, then they disappeared.
And I've already kind of gone through some of the assets and things that you guys have pulled. I mean,
like y'all don't like Miley
he got like
Cyrus.
100 photos from her. So we have a lot to look into, right?
Exactly. So we have photos. There's also videos too that he was sent. Supposedly they video chatted, so we got to figure out like what happened with that. And then there's this mysterious company in Colorado that actually received
Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to my right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. God damn it, the song's stuck in my head now. Why y'all do that to me?
wire transfer.
I feel for this guy. When he was here, he talked about his cerebral palsy. He's never had a long-term relationship. He feels like that's because of his disability. And now he sold his house. His entire retirement is down the drain.
I mean, that would scar me for life. Like my first, like what I thought real relationship. And then all of a sudden they take $289,000 from me.
So how do we help this guy out?
I think the biggest thing is finding out where the money went. Whenever there's a wire transfer, I get a little excited because there's at least somewhere to go with this. This is not crypto that we can trace and cross our fingers and hope that law enforcement gets involved. This is an actual bank that received funds, $284,000, literally only weeks ago.
Couldn't this also go under the what you call it, the Disability Act and shit, where they would be able to help out and stuff like that? Right? Am I right?
So I think that's the best place to start. Let's definitely look into the images. We have a suspicion that it's a scam anyway, but let's see if we can find the real person, give them some peace of mind, but go after the person that received the funds in the bank account.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
With a bunch of images, videos, and this crypto website that we could check into, it was time to dig into some of this stuff so we could get back to Jim with all of the answers to all of his questions.
All right, Cam, so it looks like we have a lot of information to sift through. One of the interesting things that I see when you sat down with him, you uploaded a bunch of photos. What's going on with these?
Yeah, so he gave me like 200 photos. I went through them and some of them, it seems like it was taken from a social media profile perhaps, but...
Who the hell is this? I heard him say his name just now.
All of the answers to all of his questions.
All right, Cam, so it looks like we have a lot of information to sift through. One of the interesting things that I see when you sat down with him, you uploaded a bunch of photos. What's going on with these?
Yeah, so he gave me like 200 photos. I went through them and some of them, it seems like it was taken from a social media profile perhaps, but there were a lot of them that were obviously AI.
I agree with you. What's interesting,
knew it.
There are a lot of these videos.
I told you. What did I say? What did I say? I told you. I know I wasn't tripping. Them shits looked AI. I knew it.
Best on this day. Be careful.
And then others.
Baby, I love you and I believe you can understand that everything I do is for our bright future.
Like that was so fake. The voice is different from the last video. And then there's no voice inflections. So, you know, when we talk, our voice goes up and down. There's like none of that.
I'm gonna
and then this video.
I'm gonna wake my son up like that in the morning. Mwah, 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 mwah. He be like, man, I'm up, Bo. God, leave me alone. I promise I'm doing that in the morning.
Video
5 o'clock.
Is her doing these like poses, and it looks like a real social media video. Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I think too. I think that one looks real.
That one.
Yeah, some of them are like AI, like definitely AI. Like she has coffee,
right?
And there's this
AI.
perfect steam coming. Like I could, if it was cold, I could see a little steam coming off, but it's this perfect steam that's coming off. There's no way that that's real. Where does she say she's from?
Seattle.
With an accent?
I think one interesting thing we can do is we
said.
can show like where the pictures were taken. So there's like the washing machine one, the needles in the background. And so if we can go and we can try to find where that apartment is and see if it's even an apartment.
Oh, that'd be
sick,
see what I'm saying? Yeah.
So I think we can do that. Okay, let's look up her address.
So he told me that he actually drove to this address in Laguna Beach and the house is under construction.
Oh.
So if you look right here, there's an architectural drawing in Zillow of what the house is gonna look like. So there's an arrow right here, and that it doesn't even exist.
Oh, so the house
and none of the
ain't
pictures
built.
that she sent were of an address overlooking the ocean like this.
Okay.
But if the house isn't even built yet, why would that be on her California driver's license?
Right.
You can't. You have to have mail sent
But
to
they
an
said
address.
the
So unless
license
she
real,
has,
David.
like a mailbox, she's not going to have that sent. And then not just that, but on the license. So if you go to the license date, it's in 2024.
So she would have been living on an empty lot.
Yeah, 2 years, like over 2 years ago.
So what are you
like,
telling me?
It doesn't seem realistic. The next thing we're going to look into is this wire
This don't
transfer
make no
he sent.
sense at all.
And the business that he sent it to is Link Pay Limited in Colorado.
Let's look it up first and see what's there.
Cameron, this is a mailbox. It's just a mail
Oh,
center.
Cameron. What?
At that address, there's a company called Link Pay Global.
Oh.
Your trusted partner in global payments. So I'm shooting him an email basically saying, hey, like somebody wired money into your account. Like I need help investigating this. So this is a big deal. Like we know exactly where the money went. The drawback is this company, they basically have like a card issuing and transaction platform. So I don't know if the money went somewhere else, but hopefully they get back and then they can help us track down where this money went to. I would assume they would have transferred it into some other account, whether it be a crypto account or something else. So hopefully we hear back before we meet with Jim. But this is a big clue. This is a really big clue.
Yes,
One of the last things that we have this website, right? EDX Crypto.
Okay.
It says, please connect your wallet. Holy crap. I use this thing called MetaMask. It's a wallet that it's connected to your cryptocurrency. And right when I went to this website, it tried to open my MetaMask wallet.
What?
To log in and connect to the site.
No.
But like you go to the site.
David, you got to be more careful. What? So you can go to a website, say for instance, a fake Wells Fargo website, and you click the website and they can try to open up your actual Wells Fargo account or Chase Bank account or Navy Federal account and log you in. Hey, yo, we got to be more careful out here. They is tripping. They be like, damn, bitch, you broker than me. You need some money. Let me donate some money to you. Good
like
Lord.
actually going to the site looks super shady. There's a real marketplace, EDX. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to emulate that website. So they use EDX. In fact, in the website, it says EDXM. So they're trying to essentially pretend to be EDX markets, but it's called edxcrypto.com. So it's a fake website. The who is, it's only 2 years old. EDX has been around a lot longer than that. And there's tons of people saying that they've had similar websites where they've had similar crypto scams where they had to deposit money in. As soon as they did, they couldn't take the money out. Right. So I think we just have a few more things to look into. Let's hope to hear back from LinkPay. But this is definitely a scam. And let's sit down with Jim and let's reveal what we found. I just want to know
what's up with this girl.
The investigation uncovered several key details that Jim needed to see. So he made a drive to our office to sit down with David in person and go over everything that was found.
Jim, thanks for coming out to the office today.
No, thank you.
How have you been feeling? I know you were here last week. You sat down with Cameron. You gave us all this information. From then until now, like, how have you been feeling?
I've never been in a situation like this, so it's a new feeling for me.
You had said that you feel like you've been scammed. And I noticed that you opened your phone and you still have her picture on your phone.
Yeah.
Why is that?
If you don't delete that shit.
Because I'm still hoping there's a chance. I'm thinking maybe there's some just big misunderstanding or some extenuating circumstances or whatever where it would all kind of make sense.
I want to start with these phone numbers because one thing that was really interesting is that there were a lot of phone numbers that were rotated. Why did this person change phone numbers all the time?
She said one was her cell and one was her work phone. And then she said that something happened to her phone and she had to get a new one. So she had to get a new number.
So let me look into these numbers. We use a few different tools to link phone numbers with contact information for people. Jim, when you create an account online, what happens is you typically use like the same phone number that's connected to your account, the same usernames, the same email across the internet. And so we call these footprints. And so when we look individuals up and we do investigations, we look for these cues, these footprints. And what this does is it tries to actually log into these accounts using this contact information. If those accounts are associated with that number, it returns information. These numbers have multiple Facebook accounts that are associated with them. These people are in their 70s. This person's in their 60s. I think what's happening is, so they were talking to somebody, the person said, hey, you're gonna get a code from WhatsApp. They gave the code and now the person has it. And that's why they've changed phone numbers so many times. None of these phone numbers are associated with a Sonia whatsoever.
I didn't know it was that easy to take somebody's number, and it's a little scary.
WhatsApp is
you probably receive the most pictures out of any case that we've ever done.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you have hundreds of pictures.
Well, she was sending them to me like almost every day.
Is there anything that stands out from this picture?
The steam in the coffee cup doesn't look right.
It's too perfect, right? If I was an artist and I was gonna draw a picture of hot coffee, that's what I would draw. It's not realistic to have that much steam and that perfect of steam coming off your coffee.
Right.
Is there anything kind of weird about this picture? Just the way she's sitting and then the pillow.
Creepy.
Well, I mean, now that I look at it, it doesn't look like her head is leaving an impression on the pillow.
Exactly. So I did find the real person in some of the images. And so here's the real person in the pictures right here. She's actually a webcam model. And so what happened, Jim, is that you were given 2 or 3 real pictures.
She a movie
and then
star.
what they did is they generated AI pictures. And so if you look at the AI pictures, it looks like a different person.
Wait a minute, I'm a little confused though. If those pictures of her were AI generated, then how can the video...
The video's real.
Right, but what I'm saying is the face in the video matches the pictures. If they fake the pictures, how can the video be real?
Let me show you something really quickly. I just go in here, I take a real picture of you, and then I just tell the AI what to do. Yeah, so I just said, hey, look, make this guy sitting in Planet Fitness.
Speaking of Chat GPT, y'all like my new banner and my new thumbnail for my for the channel? I was like, oh shit, this shit kind of hard. Hold on.
Smiling, holding an ice cream cone. So it's a totally different picture where I can add myself to a photo. And so I can make myself in the gym sitting behind you. And so this person sent you pictures every day. Do you see how it only took me maybe 2 minutes to create a picture? With AI, you just got to find the small things that are out of place. And that's why I pointed out her laying on the pillow. That's why I pointed out the steam coming off the cup. Right. Things that maybe you didn't notice right away because you're like, oh, this is like my beautiful Sonia that I'm talking to every single day. So I do want to show you one more thing. So we have the housing address. And so this person supposedly had their driver's license attached to it a few years ago, but the house was never built at that time. Even looking at the ownership records for the house, it was never under Sonia's like last name. So Sonia told you that she was living in this house. There's just no way she could, because essentially it was a piece of property and they're just building the house right now.
So what's
I
up
went
with
to
the
that
license?
house.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine looked up property records. He actually got the owner's name. And I called him a few days ago. And he was some 75-year-old guy. And I just wanted to let him know, like, hey, somebody's out there using your address on their license. And I just wanted to know, do you know this person? And he said no. And then ironically enough, he said that he had been scammed out of a bunch of money. And he was trying to forget about it.
Wow. So I want to go back to this picture.
It's probably connected.
First of all, I thought this was in Russian. I zoomed in. This is not even a language. It's just gibberish. This most likely this is a ChatGPT picture or something along those lines. And then I looked at the skyline.
Right.
Do you see the Space Needle right here?
Mm-hmm.
So it would have had to be taken across this way or across this way.
Right.
So if you look at the photo, there's the water right here, and then you have the Space Needle. And so because the water is showing, you would have to be at an angle in order to take this picture. Does that make sense?
Right.
You know, because they have the water in the background and it's catty corner.
Right.
So I went through street by
they wouldn't
street,
even have a fucking
all the different
laundry
apartments
mat
and all the different condos.
next to that building.
And one thing was
nowhere
interesting
near it.
is almost every angle that I had of an apartment or condo, the view was blocked by like real houses.
Right.
So I mean, these are real houses right here, townhomes. And so every apartment that I saw, the view to the Space Needle was blocked. Also, one other interesting thing that I saw is that if you look at this angle and this angle, right? This angle, nothing could really show the Space Needle other than on this street right here. But when I looked, there were no apartments on the street. And so I looked and I pulled all the apartments around the area, and I was not able to find any apartment that had the same view and the same architecture as the picture that she sent you. And so if you see right here, like the windows, see how high this is? I mean, this is like a high-rise building.
Right.
And I mean, it's almost halfway up, like through the Space Needle. And there was just nothing that I found that was that tall that would give that view to the Space Needle.
Damn.
And so, I mean, you can
I didn't even
conclude
notice
that like, all these images are AI that she's given you.
Yeah.
But you see where this is headed?
Right.
You show. You see
It's not going to be good.
It's not.
The other thing I want to talk about, the driver's license. One thing that spot out
You
right
blurred
away for
it out
me
now for we done
is that,
seen it.
see how the picture is black and white?
Right.
Your ID picture would never be black and white.
If I when I
Why
went
the
to the
fuck the lady at the DMV told us the damn the shit real for? So the damn lady at the DMV ain't know what the hell she talking about. It's her fault. Let's sue her.
DMV, I mean,
For not
they're the ones who
knowing her
issue these.
damn
Wouldn't they
job.
pick up right away? Like, even on the ID part, like, hey, it's not in color, this is wrong?
I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't know who you talked to at the DMV, but the first thing that stuck out, like, I mean, that's a real picture.
Right.
And then this is a black and white photo that, by the way, doesn't even really look like her.
But then I
You
just thought, well,
don't.
maybe it's younger.
You're trying to verify everything. You're talking to somebody online, you feel like you're in love with them, you're investing with them, and then you're going to the DMV verifying a license because you're suspicious.
Right.
Like, that's not a healthy
Talk
relationship
to him,
anyway.
David.
Right.
Talk to him.
So there's this Chase document, and so we reached out to somebody from Chase, and they said there's no way this is a real document. This is the proof that you felt was enough to start investing because they had put the money in. So if you look at the wire transfer, and it's blurry, it's kind of hard to see, but it's missing the address for the business. You think you did, but you never put
blurred
money in
out.
cryptocurrency. So the trade that you sent went to LinkPay. So that wire transfer that you had sent went to LinkPay and it didn't go into cryptocurrency whatsoever.
Okay,
got
but
lucky.
here's the thing. In order for those balances to grow like that, I actually had to do the trade. She showed me what to click on and the time frame and all that, and to put the money in
you
that we
just
were
putting your
putting
money
on the trade.
in something.
And then the counter counted down, and then it said, okay, you made this much.
They just had these pre-programmed numbers that when you would deposit money into the account or transfer money into the account. And then when they let you withdraw the funds, this is the real EDX. And this is EDX Crypto. Do you see what they're doing? They're pretending to be a website. Like, that's the other part of this, is that when you're investing money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, you want to make sure that you're working with a site that looks professional. I mean, this looks super janky, not professional whatsoever, and they're trying to be EDX, but this is the real EDX website. This website was created March 7th, 2025. When I looked at this is actually a mail center in Colorado Springs. So it's not an actual physical address, it's a mailing address. And in the mailing address, there's a unit number. So I was able to find a company called LinkPay Global at this address. So if you look right here, this matches the address that you were given. Essentially, they set up an account to be able to transfer the funds into, and the funds got forwarded to somebody else. So last week I reached out to LinkPay, and so I said, hey, I sent a wire to you guys for $289,000. I was scammed. I need to hear back from you, and nobody's responded whatsoever. Damn. And so this is the company that actually received your funds. So on LinkPay, it says that the person must do what's called a KYC request. Mm-hmm. So a KYC request is a know your customer request. So if you were to create any account, like a bank account, right? You would have to take a pic, you have to have your ID, you'd have to have your personal details and information. And so LinkPay is saying that they do the same thing. And so I'm hoping that the person that received your funds had done a KYC request with LinkPay. It's $289,000. It's not a small amount of money. Right. So what I think we can do is we can get law enforcement involved, who can submit a subpoena to LinkPay to get the details of the KYC information, and we can find out who received the funds on the other end. You've been involved in what's called a pig butchering scam. Yes. And the way that these pig butchering scams work is that you meet somebody online. It's usually a text message, or you meet them through social media. This person developed a relationship with you. They showed a deposit on their end. They let you take some of the money out. Then when your guard was down, they pushed you to deposit a much larger amount of money into the platform, and they've disappeared. Mm-hmm. And so that's what a pig butchering scam is. And so this person's not behind this whatsoever. Right. Their pictures were just stolen and used to talk to you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is really going to screw things up if I don't recover anything.
Yeah, just stop texting people.
If you recover anything, it's a long road. I'm just going to be super honest with you. I've done this a lot. Recovery is very slow. We have an angle, so that's a positive thing, right? Mm-hmm. So when you leave here today, I'll give you contact information for law enforcement in Colorado Springs. You'll have to call them, file a police report, let them know you deposited funds into this business that's registered there. And then you'll show proof of funds that you deposit the money. We'll put a package together for you so you can submit it over. You already filed the IC3 report. And then hopefully that they move quickly and they can file a subpoena to get access to who received the funds.
Okay.
His first girlfriend.
What's the game plan from here?
I don't really have one right now. It's just because I'm trying to think of what my life's going to be like if this plays out the way that it seems like it is, and it's a lot different than what I was planning on.
Yeah, I know.
Because I was planning on reinvesting that the way that I know how that works, and living off the dividends. But if that's gone, then I have to go back to like a 9-to-5 or whatever to get money coming in again.
Yeah.
Not that I wouldn't do it. I'm more than willing to go back to work if I have to. But it's just that's not a direction I was planning on going.
It's a life change for sure.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I'm at the point now where my age is going to work against me because people think, oh, you're going to retire in 3 or 4 years. Well, not if I have to build everything up again. I'll work for 30 more years if I have to.
Dang.
But I just, like I said, I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking, okay, you're over here now. You're going to start back here again and build up again.
Boy,
it's a tough spot to be in.
So that's the part that I'm struggling with internally right now, is trying to think of a workable plan.
Retire.
Because
Now I got to go back to work because a summer bitch want to scam me. Bitch, this would be my villain arc, bitch. I'm gonna be like the damn Joker around this mofo. Like, nah, hell no. No, bitch. Heath Ledger around here. No.
I'm a problem solver, you know, but it's gonna take me a little while to work something out.
I mean, the good thing is, I don't know you super well, but you seem like a pretty resilient person. And you seem like a fairly smart person. Mm-hmm. And, I think you'll be able to figure it out. Are you going to be able to figure it out this second? No. It's going to be tough, probably a little stressful. But time heals everything.
Right.
And, so take the next few days, process this. If you need to talk to somebody in the meantime, you can reach out. I'll make sure you have my number before you leave today.
Okay.
But regardless, I'll follow up with you Tuesday or Wednesday, okay?
Okay.
All right, Jim, it was nice meeting you.
You too. I really appreciate everything that you guys have done.
Oh shit, hold on. As of the release of this video, we still have not received a response from LinkPay. Jim is filing reports with the appropriate law enforcement agencies. Okay, good. Damn. That one was pretty sad. Like, yo, he got to start back over. He got to go back to work. Oh, he got to get a job, y'all. Oh, Jesus. Don't say that word in front of me. Lord, I couldn't do it, bro. Please, Lord. I done retire? Oh, no. But shit. Let me know what y'all thought about that one, man. Oh, it was good, though. But yeah, I'm going back to bed, I guess. I'll do Yudi tomorrow. So I will see y'all tomorrow. But like the video, comment, and definitely subscribe.